Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? This is Easy Drawings, and today I want to go over how to draw Amy the Hedgehog. I'm going to be using just a regular, what do you call it? A regular mechanical pencil, and I'm going to be using this other kind of, pencil essentially like that. It's basically a black colored pencil, and it's going to be really easy. I'm going to do it step by step, and that's pretty much it. If you're a beginner, you can follow along. If not, watch it and then then try it out. So let's get going. So I'm going to start with this right here. This is just a mechanical pencil. So I'm going to start my layout with this, meaning I'm just going to start the areas that are kind of hard to do, like proportion, and that's pretty much it, just the proportion. Draw a circle here. And I want her kind of in an action pose, but very similar to the last from the Sonic and the Knuckles. Maybe something similar. Because I kind of want them to kind of have like a theme, they're all doing a very similar pose. Draw just a circle for the head, and it's going to be really hard to see this, so I apologize, this part, but I'm going to go through it real fast, and hopefully it'll be easy. Center line for the head. And I am going to put her foot out here. Circle for the foot. Circle for her back foot. And she is going to have her hammer. Maybe like she's smashing something. And we can do that. Let's create that pose. Pull back the other hand over here, and she's gonna be, what is she gonna be smashing? Or I don't know, she's gonna have both hands on it, right? So I gotta work that out in the pose. I'm gonna draw darker here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw this paper underneath the other paper. I'm just drawing very messy, very loose, because this is all for the pose and what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna draw heavier now because I know I'm gonna throw this paper underneath another sheet of paper, and I can see it just a little bit. Drawing the eye shape, bottom of the nose shape. I want her arms to be right here on the side. Our hammer's gonna go off the screen here. And she's got a bit of a skirt thing going on. Amy, I think the first time I saw Amy was in Sonic Adventure in the Dreamcast. I know she's been kind of all over the place since then, but that's kind of where I first saw her. Right now I'm just gonna make her boot a little bit further back. Placement for the ears. It's gonna have that hair coming out the back as well. So take this, and I'm going to throw that. That's just for placement. It can be messy like that. Now on camera you probably can't see this, but I can kind of see through this. So now I'm gonna go in with this. This is basically a black colored pencil for the most part. Prismacolor. Let me sharpen it a little bit. 1 second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and start drawing now. See, I have my proportion, and now what I'm going to do, my proportion and my placement. And I'm going to go in starting with the eye. And I can see through the paper just a little bit. The hair carries through down. Far side eye. I liked Amy in the game. I know some people were kind of annoyed by her, but I really liked her. Go into her nose area. Her nose is much smaller than Sonic's. She's got more of a smaller, petite type nose. I'm assuming they did that because she's a female character. Pull back. Nose over here. I'm going to fill that in. Except for a dot at the top for highlight. I'm going to see where her eyes will end up. Right toward the front of her face right here. She's looking forward at whatever she's going to smash. Pull a little smile there. The mouth area. Her hair is going to come forward. She has kind of these bangs. She's got about 3 or so. Pull her ear. And then her far side ear. It's gonna be on the back. It's got a headband. She has a headband. And then her hair is gonna be, the rest of her hair is in the back here. I like that Sonic universe, the way they all have these kind of locks. Those kind of locks they have, they're basically their spikes. Now I'm going to draw her arms. Her arms are going to be kind of more to, I mean, they're to her side, so I'm going to pull straight. And most of the character arms are basically tubes. But I'm going to give her a little bit thinner arms than obviously Knuckles and Sonic. She's got that same white glove thing they have going on. And that kind of the edge of the glove has its own shape as well. Pulling in here. Her arm coming out the back. Dress coming down. Dress coming forward a little bit. Swooping down. Her back. Dress swooping back there. Leg coming forward. Again, I have this all underneath there. I have what I'm following, what I just did. Leg downward into the kind of rolled up section of her sock, I guess. And into the boot area. The boot has a stripe at the top of it. So put that down as well. So the things I'm doing now are pretty much just a first pass, and then there will be another pass where I'll try to go in, put, you know, some very slight shadows. She's gonna be grabbing that hammer, and I'm actually gonna change the hammer from what I originally had underneath. I just wanted the angle a little bit different. Hammer gets kind of big on, it's basically like a mallet or something, right? I was gonna put her hand on the back of it over here. I might do that. Show her hand grabbing the rest of the mallet. And the rest of the mallet come back here. But we'll do that in the next pass. And then I'm gonna go in. Find her other leg. And her other boot over here. So that's like kind of pass one. Well, that's pass two, right? Because the under sketch was the first pass. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna kind of reassert my lines. What I'm gonna do is, for me, I'm gonna take, see the comparison? This is what I started with. That's to find the gesture, and you can be as sloppy as you want, by the way. As long as you see generally what's going on, like the form, the positioning, the general proportion, the direction, it's totally fine. You can be that sloppy when you start. It's probably a good habit not to be this sloppy, but you could. And then you go over it with, by the way, this is regular paper. This is computer paper, 11 by 17, completely normal. 11 by 17? Sorry, 8.5 by 11. There, 8.5 by 11. Completely normal printing paper, and you can slightly see through it if you draw, you know, hard enough. So I'm going to take this layer and I'm going to chuck it. I don't need it no more. And you could throw another piece of paper over this, but I'm going to work with this. I think this is completely fine to work with. I'm going to go in, for example, and I am going to darken lines on the mallet here. And I'm going to throw these little directional shapes to show that the mallet is round, and that'll give it some dimension. You're probably sick of me hearing me say that, but I always say that. To give this mallet, or give the drawing some more dimension, like drawing this pattern right here, because once you have the overall form, the overall figure, what separates kind of the intermediate from the advanced would be details, you know. But the thing is, details are completely useless without strong form, strong overall, you know, proportions. So that's kind of the, you know, the weird part about that. Also, one thing is really master your fundamentals, your foundation. If you do that, it's going to make a massive difference as well. Some people start with small details. That's another common thing. You start with small details and it's not gonna work in your favor, so you have to be careful with that. Gonna go in to her, oh, I forgot she has eyelashes. Dang. Let me see. Top here. Throw her eyelashes. Throw one right here, and the other's probably hidden behind her hair. I think her eyes are green, I believe. Does anybody know? I know it's written somewhere. think her eyes are green, but it doesn't matter but I'm just drawing the pupil there, and I'm showing the dark part to show that. Darkening up the lines around the outside of the figure here. Darkening in the headband here that she's wearing. Put a shadow over here from her hair. I'm gonna try to erase this right here. There's a mistake line. It came out pretty well. I'm surprised that came out. Usually they don't come out that easy. Cast shadow from her face onto the top part of her chest. Her arm. Skirt, cast shadow on her leg. Darkening up the lines, kind of all over, really, because the initial thing was just an initial thing. Going over here, coloring her boot in a little bit, kind of throwing in a value there. This is a black and white image, black and white drawing. On the foot. And she does have a tail. And see, the way it works is you can keep going on, you know, and putting more and more detail. And I mean, a lot of it has to do with the time that you put into it. I know in the beginning when you do anything, it will take a long time, right? You're learning something, you're doing something, you're maybe pushing your limit of how well you draw. But when you keep pushing your limit, it's like weights. You keep pushing your limit over and over. Eventually, you're going to start doing the same stuff but quicker because you already have it programmed in your mind. And then that's how you kind of exceed your own personal limit. Really push yourself to become better, and don't stress yourself out either. You know, it's a learning process. There's thousands of mistakes. I think the old metaphor, the old phrase I heard, which really affected me, and I hope it affects you, is the master has failed more times than the student has even tried. I believe it went something like that. So like there's so many failures, you know, going on with all these amazing artists online. So don't get bogged down by it, you know, just learn the process, know the process. If you want to cut your learning time though in half, reach out to someone that draws the way you want, or just draws good and can teach you the fundamentals, or can show you where you're making mistakes. I'm one of them. But yeah, I have a Patreon, and I go over a lot of different things. And one thing I do go over is if you go on it and join it, I can give you your weak points and kind of what you can do about them. And I give you feedback on pretty much any drawing you send me. But yeah, check that out. It's in the description. It is Patreon/SketchMonster. Just go there and check it out. Alright, thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you another time.